Welcome to Tales from Surgeons Hall. I want to talk to you about a broken bone. So this is a femur, which is the left thigh bone, and you can probably tell it's not meant to look like this. This has had a fairly significant break across the shaft of the bone. And in order to break your femur like this, the femur is one of the strongest bones in the body. It needs a lot of force. Today this would mostly happen through a car accident at high speed, but this bone is early 19th century, so a car accident was certainly not involved. The likelihood is, at this point in time, breaking your femur like this would involve something like a fall from a height, or an accident involving a large animal like a horse, or possibly an industrial accident. We don't actually know what happened to this leg. We do know that it hasn't been set properly, and that's what's caused this large bump in the middle of it. Today, if you broke your femur, it would probably be treated surgically. So this would involve most commonly putting an intermedullary rod all the way down the shaft of the femur. Now that certainly wasn't going on in the early 19th century. What would usually happen would involve a couple of strong people holding a person down while someone manipulated the ends of the bone into the correct position, and then it would be splintered. This is pre-anaesthetic, so if you're lucky, this would involve some alcohol, maybe some laudanum, but that would depend at the time. We know that this certainly wasn't set properly. Now, whether this was because the person couldn't get to anyone to set it, or whether they just couldn't bear the pain, which is a reasonable possibility, it certainly wasn't set. And if that doesn't happen, well, there are some very, very strong muscles attached to your femur. These are the muscles that keep you upright, that are involved in you walking. So if the bone's broken and that's not stabilising these muscles, the muscles can contract and pull the ends of the bone towards one another, and that's what's happened here. So this is the lower end of the top of the femur, and this is the top end of the lower part of the femur. And they've been pulled across one another, and that's the position they've healed in. And this has made the leg 7 centimetres shorter, which would have a significant impact on the person's life.